Hey guys, so today we'll be diving into basic JavaScript. I know by now we already understood the concept of JavaScript. So today we'll be talking about arrays, objects, logic statements, and switch statements in JavaScript. Okay, we're talking about arrays, objects, logic statements, and switch statements. So we'll start with arrays. First off, we have our JavaScript file opened. We have to link it to our HTML file. Okay, so now just write script and then look for our src and link our JavaScript to our HTML. Okay, now our JavaScript is linked to our HTML, right? So I told you we're going to be starting with arrays, right? We're going to be starting with arrays in JavaScript. So we're starting with arrays in JavaScript. So let's go to our live server and see what we got. Now, when we talk about array in JavaScript, before we start writing a few code under it, when we talk about arrays in JavaScript, we are talking about a special variable that can hold multiple values at once. Yeah, like when you're starting with JavaScript, let me split my screen. When you're starting with JavaScript, so just like when you were starting with JavaScript, you have something like let, just like let name equal to, and then maybe you write your name as maybe Chupa. Now, this name is actually a variable that holds a value, right? But then when it comes to array is a special kind of variable. It can hold multiple value at once. Just like this name now, it can only hold one value. When you want to write like your age, you say let age equal to maybe 21. Now it can hold just one value. But when it comes to array holds multiple values at once. Are we together? All right. Now when we write our array, it's like, okay, let's just give it let's say we are writing array to hold multiple fruits. So say let fruits equal to, now how we declare our array, we write them in square brackets. Write them in square bracket. All your arrays should be in this square bracket. Let's say the first one, now we are writing apple, and then the next one is let's say purple, and then the next one is, let's say, grape. Now we've written an okay, we've declared an array that holds three fruits. Now this array holds three fruits. Now we've written an array that holds three fruits. All right. Now one thing you need to know is, naturally you'll be like, this apple is the number one on the list, purple is the number two on the list, and grape is the number three on the list, right? But when it comes to array has an index that doesn't start from one, it starts from zero. So right here, this apple is not number one, it's actually number zero. Then this is one, two, up to any number you have. So it's not like zero, one, two. All right. If I should have another, okay, let's just add something. Let's say we have like a mango. Let's say we have a mango. Now, okay, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. All right. So that is how we find the index in an array. Are we together? That's how to find the index in an array. You don't just start from 1, 2, 3 the way you count manually. No. When it comes to array, it starts with an index of 0. All right, are we together? And now arrays, they actually have different method. We have different method in array. So first of all, I would like us to use our console to see the output. Let's come to live server and then we inspect. All right, Now this is our console. This our console will tell us, okay, for example, let's just console our fruit so that we know that yes, something is on our console. Console.log what? We're consoling the log our fruits. Now coming console the log of fruits. All right. Now look at our fruit is now showing here. We have apple, purple, grape, mango. All right. So now we have different um different array methods in JavaScript. But before then, I would just like us to let me just use an example to explain that index. Let's say we want to know which number this purple is or which number the apple is. You can just say console.log the fruit, right? Our fruits. Then we'll now take the index. Which index are we looking for? Let's say the index 1. Right. Can you see now that from here our index 1 is what? Purple. But from here, if you want to count manually, number 1 is apple, right? But I told you that when it comes to arrays, the index start from 0. You can see that 0, 1. So here our outcome for number 1 on the index is what? Purple. You should change this index to, let's say, change it to number 0. You see that what do we have here? Apple. Change it to number 3. We have what? Mango. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's how to sort for your index. Now let's go to the different array methods we have. We have different array methods. I will just comment them. The number 1 we have that we're going to be doing is the push method. Now, when it comes to push, it's just like you want to add an item to the end of the array. Maybe when you wrote your array first, and you wanted to add an array to it somewhere in maybe a new part of your code, and you don't want it to affect the first one, you just do like, okay, this is our fruit now. You just do, for example, you can do fruits dot push and anything you want to push. Let's say what do we want to add? We want to add let's say we want to add maybe any fruit of your choice. So you can just add any fruit of your choice. Let's say we want to add banana. Okay, now from this what is it called? From this we've added banana to the list. Okay, let's now do console.log uh, let's say our fruits. Come on. Let's say we'll do console.log our fruits now. Sorry. What do we have? We've added banana to it. Can you see the banana now from our console? You can see that this list of fruits is different from the first one. Why? Because we've added what? Fruits, another fruit to this new list. We've added banana. And there's another way to write it. Let me comment this. There's another way to write it. Maybe you just want to add it manually or not. You can just say fruits. I hope we are following, Sha. If we are following the class, can I just say fruits dot push and then you add whatever you want to push. Let's say we want to add banana just like we added before. Banana. Now, okay. Oh, sorry, I did a mistake. Coming. This is for checking the numbers. That's not what I want to do. We'll soon get there. All right. Let's uncomment this. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's the first method, push. Now let's go to another method before I come back to what I want to actually explain before. Then we have the pop. The pop method, what this does is it removes from the end of the array. It removes from the end of the array. Let's say, for example, we have this array here, and we'll be like, okay, let's remove the last item. You just do console.log, right? And then you put your fruits. Let's say we want to console.log our fruits. Now we want to remove the last item on the list. You can just do dot what pop and then you put this. Okay, want to remove something from the list. Can you see now? What did you remove from the list? The banana. We are removing banana from that list, right? Now, if we should write, okay, I'm coming. Let's do something real quick and test what will happen. Let's say fruits dot pop, right? Fruits dot pop, and then we'll console our fruits. Okay, now show you two methods. That first one is telling you that what you remove from the array is banana. Now, this method we are using a fruit.pop. What it does is we are telling it to remove the last element in or the last item in that array. And the last item we have in this array is what? Banana. Now, when we console the new fruit we have, banana has been removed. What do we now have? Apple, pawpaw, grape, and what? Mango. The banana has been removed. So that is how the pop method works. And then we have the shift method. I'm not going to be explaining everything. You can go and read more on the different um, array method we have. There are plenty, but I'll just tell us a few of them. Then we have the pop method. What this does is, okay, we've done the pop. The shift method, what this does is it removes item from the start. Pop removes from the end. Okay, and shift does what? Remove from the start. Let's do something now. I want to do the shift method. Now, what the shift method does is it removes from the start. Okay, let's say fruits dot what shift. Okay, wanted to remove the first element on the list. Then we'll console dot log our fruits now. Okay, console.log our fruits. Now look at the new list we have. From this side, we have apple, pawpaw, grape, and mango. But we've said, okay, fruit, we should remove the first item on the list. And the first item here is what? Apple. Look at what we have now. Pawpaw, grape, and what? Mango. So that is what this different method does in arrays. If you want to remove, if you want to add, and then we have the unshift. That one, it will add item to the start. We have the length. It will return the number of item that is in that array. Then we have for each, that is if you want to loop. Okay, now we have different methods. You can read more on them as we won't be able to cover all of them. Anyway, you are confused, you can reach out to me and I will explain more on them. All right, so up next is objects.